Welcome to Akhand Vidyashram, the first institute of impeccable wisdom, the walking, talking encyclopedia. Ayurveda, the science of Indian medicine. My mission, the impeccable wisdom, knowing which everything is fully known. My greatest discovery, Divyank, the divine design of nature, with which the perfect objects are designed and created. Divyank is a result of 60 years of integrated education. Impeccable wisdom is enlightening, and integrated knowledge is empowering. From this angle, let's go on to talk about Ayurveda or Siddha Vaidyam, the ancient Indian system of medicine which has helped the Indians survive a healthy, wealthy, wise, spiritually integrated life for generations to come. Now, with the help of the modern medicines, particularly of modern science, mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology, perfect anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, psychology, in all the subjects, let's put together the knowledge in such a way that we have a very practical and thick, complete knowledge to be perfectly physically healthy, emotionally stable, mentally powerful, and spiritually integrated with entire universal consciousness. From that angle, let's move on to the next stage. One. Ayurveda. Ayur means age, Veda means knowledge. Ayurveda means an ancient Indian system of medicine that deals with long, healthy life and fulfillment of all the fundamental objectives of human life and make optimum use of macrocosmic universe within ourselves of the complete macrocosmic universe of the entire world and then say that we and nature are one and the same. We can do wonders together and be helpful to ourselves, helpful to the world, helpful to everybody. That is the prime objective of Ayurveda. But when I think of Ayurveda, first thing which always comes to my mind is Purusharth. Four fundamental objectives of life which we should understand from Ayurveda. What are they? Dharma, truth and righteousness, and doing everything compassionately, loving, caring for everybody, good of everyone, including the self, have to be taken into consideration, and that is what Dharma is all about. That is what Sanatana Dharma is all about. Earth, the Arthic means of economics, from school, college to the university at the end. All what we do should be such which are economical, good for self, good for everybody, and everybody is a part and parcel of the whole thing, and nobody pays a price of anything whatsoever, come what may. And that should be the Arthik Pranali or the Arthik Pranila. Calm, the desires, the basic needs, desires, and fulfillment of all the objectives which make us a perfect macrocosmic universe or the microcosmic universe within the human body is what calm is all about. So, we also know there are three things which Ayurveda talks about: Bhumi, Rin, Pitra Rin, and Dev Rin. Bhumi Rin, we know we are getting everything from the earth, so we should plant trees and make sure that life goes on for everybody. Pitra Rin is we are born because of our grandparents, parents, etc. We should make sure that we get married and have children healthy for the world to move on. Dev Rin is to talk about the universal consciousness, which is good for ourselves and good for everybody. Should be the third one which should take into consideration. Ayurvedic is one part of that. From that fulfillment, once dharma, earth, calm, all the three are done perfectly without any problem whatsoever, we are likely to get freedom, liberation, salvation, self-realization, annihilation, moksha completely one by one. So there should not be any doubt that we are going to get all that. When a person can lead a life full of principle, the person will have no basic constraints that restrains a daily life and will be fully fulfilled with self-realized and evolution and enlightenment 24/7, and you can be in tune with universal consciousness as well as yourself with the world per se. A person who faithfully applies all the laws of Ayurveda in life is Satchitanand, mean a blissful state of the matter 24/7. So keeping Ayurveda Purushat, and of course 3 rins put together is the objective of every human being to be a living microcosmic representative of the macrocosmic universe, which I spoke in the very first shloka myself. Now, koshas are the sheaths around the body. There are 5 sheaths around the body outside, which starts with Annamaya Kosh, followed by Pranamaya Kosh, followed by Manomaya Kosh, followed by Vijnanamaya Kosh, and followed by Anandamaya Kosh. If we have these concepts very clearly, so we have a solid matter, we have vital breath, the mind, intelligence, and bliss to make sure that everyone around us is fully well taken care of, and we have a perfectly healthy self for self as well as everybody else. We can be part and parcel of the walking consciousness and everybody will be in tune with us. That should be the first objective we should have completely. In the process, Kundalini can also rise from Muladhara Chakra to Sahasrara Chakra through the external route and be one with ourselves, be one with everybody, and that should be the prime objective. Second is Antara Koshas, internal 5 sheaths of Kundalini. In this, Annamaya Kosh is outer, as you can see. Within that is Pranamaya Kosh. Within that is Manomaya Kosh. Within that is Vijnanamaya Kosh. Within that is Anandamaya Kosh. You can also relate that with the Sushumna Nadi, to Vani Nadi, to Surya Nadi, Chandra Nadi, Brahma Nadi, and within the center of that, if you can take your Kundalini right in the middle, you are one with yourself, you are one with the external world. All the 10 layers of Kundalini Yoga can make sure that you are perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise, and happy, and in tune with yourself, in tune with the world. And that should be the objective of every human being to start the good life on Ayurveda. Now let's come to talk of the 5 basic elements which Patanjali talks about it in Ayurveda. Now, when I talk of Patanjali's Dasavatar and Akhand Yoga's 10 stages, we understand these 5 elements play a very, very important role. The first one is Annamaya Kosh, which is made of 38.1966% of solid matter. There are 7 forms of tissues: Rasa, the fluids tissue; Rakta, the specialized fluid connective tissue in which blood is free to swim and move around; Mamsa, the red connective tissue, the muscles; Meda, the white and yellow color fat; Asthi, the solid, white, solid and strong tissues made of calcium and the bones; and Maja, of course, the white colored myelinated nerve tissue, tracts and nerves; the unmyelinated ends of the receptors, dendrites; the terminal terminator, the third level. And these 10 stages of axons mean quite a lot in human body, and once they are fully charged, conduction is through electrically charged particles, sodium electrolytes. Then 7th one is Shukra, the semen, ovum and other tissues of the reproductive system, which make sure that everything is well taken care of and we can be in tune with ourselves, we can be in tune with everybody, and we can have the next generation as healthy as we are, maybe even better than us, and make sure that they can do wonders in the process. So these 7 elements of earth element and 38.196 for the solid matter, this is the first thing which comes to the mind as far as kapha dosha is concerned. The water element is the second one, which is pranamaya kosha, the second one, which is, and it is made of 61.8034% of fluid matter. Water is associated with kapha dosha, is also associated with Muladhara chakra and Swadhisthana chakra. And 5 types of kaphas are Tarpaka kapha, the cerebrospinal fluid in the brain; Slesha kapha, the lubricating fluid of the joints; Klesha, the gastrointestinal fluid for digestion; Bodhika, the saliva in the mouth for taste perception; and Avalanka kapha, the pericardial fluid, which is around the heart. Earth and water put together are the one which we call kapha dosha. Now coming to the third, Agni Bhuta or Agni Bhuta, heat, Pith is associated with Manomaya Kosh. It helps in digestion, absorption, perception, hunger, thirst, intelligence, and courage. 5 forms of Pittas are Pachika Pitta, digestion in stomach, liver, and stomach, etc. Sadhika Pitta is found in the brain and heart. Brajika Pitta, it is found in the skin and helps in luster and completion of the person. Alochika Pitta, it means analysis found in the eyes of the beholder and controls vision. Ranjika Pitta is found in blood, liver, spleen, stomach, intestine. It gives yellow color. So these concepts put together are associated with Agni element, fire, and Pith. So I think that should be understood very clearly. Earth and water, Pith. Water and fire are put together as Pith. Next in the line comes the air element or Vayu, and it is associated with Gyanmaya Kosh. It is associated with Nahanata and Vishuddhi Chakra. 5 forms of Vita. Prana, Vata, it is in the chest. Apana Brata is responsible for throwing things out in the pelvic region. Samana Brata is found in the abdomen for digestion, absorption, assimilation, etc. Udana is raising of the consciousness from abdomen right up to head, neck, and this is what is Udana. And Vayana is inside and outside the body. 5 lower forms of Vata are Naga Vrata is found in the hiccup. Kurma is associated with closing and opening of the eyes. Karka Avtara, this results in digestion. Devavrata Vata, this results in yawning. Dhanavrata is active in dead body. So keeping in mind the air element, the Vayu, Vijnanmaya Kosh, Anhata, Vishuddhi, and 5 forms of Vata and 5 forms of lower Vratas put together is something which has to be understood for air element or Vayu, which is the first part of Vat. Second part of Vat, we go to ether element and is associated with 4 higher centers of consciousness like Ajna Chakra, Vigyan Chakra, Pragyan Chakra, and Sahasrara Chakra. It plays an important role in the integration of senses, Indriya, sense organs, mind, Manas, intelligence, Buddhi, intuition, and indwelling human soul. It prepares the physical body for higher journey of spiritual evolution, intelligence, intuition, enlightenment, and moksha. Once this particular thing is understood, then we are definitely much higher with higher sense concentration. But too much of this without taking care of the particular physical body, emotional body, mental body, spiritual body, pranic body, religious body alone will not give you, and that could give you vata, and as a result you could have a problem. So keeping Vayu and ether put together for vata, but making all the 3 put together, all the 5 as one, you will have absolutely no problem whatsoever. That would be the ideal person for anyone to be one with yourself, with everybody, and with the universal consciousness by and large. Then all the 5 put together can make sure that you can be nirdosh and nirgun. Now let's talk of something little more detailed. There are 3 gunas and 3 doshas. 3 gunas are sattvic guna, pure spiritual quality. It is associated with pure vegetarian diet and leads to kapha dosha. It is associated with earth, water, wet, moist, heavy, and cold perceptions, and put together is what is required for everyone to follow is sattvic food. Rajasic is the dynamic quality associated with high quality energy, non-vegetarian and protein diet, and leads to pitta dosha. It is associated with earth and air, and it leads to jaundice and other liver diseases. Now coming to the tamasic guna, it is associated with inertia and lethargy. It is associated with sour and stale food, leads to vata dosha. It is associated with dry, rajasic, air, other qualities, and that can lead to tamasic, a loose consciousness. Now, one ideal situation for everyone to understand, you got to have this at the end of it without any problem. If you can manage to have Nirgun and Nirdosh at the end of your spiritual journey, I can assure you, you could be in tune with universal consciousness. Now, let's understand what Nirgun means. Nir means no attributes, no nature, no characters. Guna means attributes, nature, and characters. Dosha means defects in the divine elements. Nirgun means no attributes and no nature. Nirdosh means no defects at all. So keeping from that point of view, the person who has absolutely no gunas, who has the sattvic qualities, rajasic quality, everything in such a way that is one with the universal consciousness, he'll have no problem whatsoever. He could be the ideal person to be in tune with universal consciousness and be in a position to perceive, conceive, and divine Divyank for the first time in the history of mankind, because he has lived every aspect completely, fully, to the utmost by himself. The prime objective 11 should be to acquire, gain, and maintain perfect nirgun. As a result, there will be no nirdosh. The genuine state of senses, emotion, mind, intelligence, intuition can lead to a person towards a constant state of homeostasis. When a person is living in homeostatic state 24/7, that such a person can be in tune with divine universal consciousness of the entire universe, and within the perfect human anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry can be one tuned with self, with everybody, as well as universe, have no problem whatsoever. And that should be the criteria for everyone to be one with the universal consciousness. So from that point, coming to Nirgun and Nirdosh level is ideal for each and every one to be one with divine consciousness. And I have done that, I can take, and this is what it is all about. Now let's go to the next. Now, Panch Koshas and 3 doshas. This ratio of 5 koshas and 3 doshas is Divyank. Now you can see outside earth, water, fire, air, ether, and inside you have Kapha, Pitta, and Vata. And in that process, you can definitely see there's a perfect balance with the outer world and inner world and put together, and they should have no problem whatsoever with respect to whatever you are trying to achieve in your day-to-day life. If you can do wonders together in A to Z in day-to-day life, you are in tune with yourself, you are in tune with universal consciousness, you are in tune with the divine consciousness. As a result, every aspect of the divine consciousness is at your foot mix, and you could be perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise, and happy. The prime objective of Ayurveda should be lead a perfectly healthy, wealthy, wise, and happy life. And in the process, we should have all water and fire, earth, ether, air put together all within us, and we should have all the 5 qualities and all the 3 doshas and nirgun, nirankar, and you could be one with yourself, one with everybody, and you'll have no problem whatsoever. And that should be the objective of every living human being who's trying to understand Ayurveda, Siddha Vaidyam, to be one with the entire universal consciousness. From that angle, I think I've tried to make it as simple as possible to understand what this is all about. Coming to the last picture, I think we don't have to talk much, but I think we should spend some time on this to understand what it is all about, to understand concept very clearly. If you are in tune with universal consciousness, you are part and parcel of universal consciousness, and all the aspects of consciousness are within you. You can be totally with yourself, you can be one with entire community, you can one with everybody but square, and you can do wonders whatsoever sitting at home, taking care of everything yourself. You still be a part of universal consciousness, and that is what this particular picture is. Here you can definitely see the Muladhara chakra is right in the middle. With the help of Ayurveda, you can lift it to Swadhisthana, to Nabi or Manipura, to Usha, Anhata, Vishuddhi, Agniya, Vigyan, Pragyan, and then within the Sahasrara and then within the ventricles to be one, to make sure all the 100 trillion cells of your body are one, fully integrated, fully conscious, and you can be in tune with the entire universe. And if that is understood clearly, I can assure you, you can be one with yourself, one with everybody, and with the entire universe. and entire universe is at your fingertips and you can do wonders very well. And that has been the objective of Akhand Yoga, Akhand Vidya, Akhand Ashram, Akhand Vidyashram, and all the aspects which are associated with Akhand from A to Z are primarily to make you one with the entire universe. And from this, I think I would let, I think it's enough for the time being. I think we have done pretty good job of explaining all the Panchkoshas and of course difference between Siddha Vaidyam and Ayurveda I like to little bit. North Indians which believe in Sanskrit, Devanagari script, and that concept is called Ayurveda. South Indian which believe in Tamil Nadu, Tamil language is called Siddha Vaidyam, but the concepts are almost identical. There is no difference whatsoever. So I don't think there is a need for me to make separate in Siddha Vaidyam to bring forth what is there in Ayurveda. I think both can be understood by everybody with at the end all these chakras, all these concepts, all these koshas, all these bhutas, all these elements at the end are well within us and we can experience that and we can be one with ourselves, one with the universe, one with the entire world, and entire universe can be explained to things by and large. And once we can manage to do that and come to nirdosh and nirgun level, and I can assure you, you have achieved the greatest self-realization of self. And longer you do, the better and better. And that is what the objective of this particular thing is. From that angle, let me only say it has been beautiful sharing my personal experiences of 60, 70 years for the love of the world. And that's been it. So thank you very, very